People really want to be successful, want to own something. Problem is that there are mindsets and systems and structures that are getting in the way, and it's leading people to say things like, I can't get funding, I don't have the skills, I can't get the knowledge, I can't get training, I can't get support. And there's something fundamentally wrong with that, because we tell people, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, feed him for a life. What's fundamentally wrong with that is showing people how to own the pond. The idea of ownership. See, I've been there, I've done that in the penitentiary, looking behind the walls, trying to figure out how in the world am I going to make it from nothing? And then to miraculously leave prison and to go on this entrepreneurial journey of failure, success, and failure, success, and then automatically arriving at where we are today. A company that exists to help start and scale inner city companies, working with inner city entrepreneurs. That's why we've not just done it here in Omaha, Nebraska, we've done it in Colorado Springs, we've done it in Kansas City, and our goal is like every inner city. Can you imagine every inner city? Can you imagine 1 million mindsets? I can. I can imagine it because I'm living it. And many people who have walked with us and gone through our academies and gotten business coaching and consumed our content, joined our business summit, they're owning the pond, man. They're doing it, and it's blowing my mind. I'm actually believing that this really could happen. That's why I won't quit. Hey, listen, there are people who ask what happened. There are people who are looking at what's happening. And then there are people who actually make it happen. And I don't know about you, but I've been in the pantry lines. I grew up in the pantry lines. Yeah, I went and got an education, but guess what? That education didn't guarantee me a seat at somebody's table in somebody's corporate office. But you know what does? The pond. You know what does? It's just not give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, feed him for life. It's actually show them how to own the pond. Because when they can own the pond, they can change their family tree. And if you could change somebody's family tree, you can change their legacy. And that's what Own the Pond is about. So go to ownthepondnetwork.com so we can own it. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the Urban Entrepreneur Spotlight. My name is Myron Pierce. I'm the founder of On the Pond Network. The Urban Entrepreneur Spotlight is definitely sponsored by the network. Hey, man, we exist for one thing: economic empowerment, man. It's all about that through entrepreneurship. And so if you're watching for the first time, this exists for one thing. I simply want to elevate and bring to your awareness dope, amazing, urban, Black entrepreneurs who are doing it and making it happen, really trying to get you in front of their services, their products, what they're doing, and then talk a little bit about adversity. Because one thing I realized by living, if you live long enough, your adversity becomes your advantage. So this week is Fuego. Este semana, hoy, today. This, semana. Yeah, I got it. I'm learning Spanish. Duolingo, everybody. Hit me up if you want to learn with me. But anyway, my friend Connie is the leader of Ladybug Butters. I'm going to let her kind of talk to you about what that is, but I want to bring her in. We're going to have some great conversation. If you have any questions, if you have a question that you want to ask Connie, please feel free to hit the chat, and don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's super dope, amazing information that is there. If you haven't already, make sure that you go download the free content creation deal that I put together called Big Bad Content Method. If you've ever struggled with what do I post, when do I post, how do I post, How do I get viral if I don't have money and I don't have a big following? Super simple, super easily. Click the QR code, download it. Let me know how you did with it. All right, so hey, want to bring in my friend Connie, the homie, the OG. I ain't gonna tell y'all where she from. She gonna tell y'all where she from. But hey, how you doing?
I'm good, my love. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We're a little bit behind schedule because it is Connie's fault. It is. I just I just playing. It's not Connie's fault, but it's my fault actually. But hey, we're here. We're back. We're ready. We're ready to jump in. Connie, just tell us a little bit about Connie. If I had to ask you a question, who is Connie? What adjectives would you use to describe who you are?
Ooh, man, I don't know that there is enough adjectives to describe
Give
me.
me three. Give me three adjectives.
Man, do I even remember what adjectives are? I'm old.
I don't even know
So
what I don't even know what they are, but they just I don't even I forgot the definition. Anyway.
Connie is loving. She's kind. And she's a firecracker.
I can agree with that. I'm actually teaching at a local school, and we put together. Every year, like people put together vision boards. We actually did something different. I had them first write their eulogy, and then after they wrote their eulogy, we put together eulogy boards so that eulogy board can really act as a magnet. You know what I mean? Not just for this year, but like, hey, this is what I kind of want to be known as. So that's how why I kind of got it popping like that. I know you're not from Omaha with that accent. Our viewers are saying this lady is not from Omaha. I can hear the accent. Tell us about where you're from and then like how you got to Omaha.
Okay, no, I am not from Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you very much. I am from the city of Wynn, Chicago, born and raised. It's all about the deep dish. It's pop. It's not soda. It's gym shoes. It's
Okay,
not tennis shoes.
hold on. Okay, so we gonna squash this once and for all. You say it's not soda, it's pop, or it's pop or soda. Which one?
It's pop.
I agree with you on that. It's
It's
pop.
P-O-P pop. It's not soda. It's not soda pop.
Who
It's
who are
pop.
you who are you who are you saying use soda? Who uses that?
Oh, you'd be surprised. I've heard quite a
In
few people
Omaha?
here in Omaha say soda.
They not from here.
They say soda in California. They say soda in Florida. So yeah, they say soda here too.
All right, and then tennis shoes or gym shoes?
Gym shoes, dude. Gym shoes.
I disagree with you on that, Connie.
They gym shoes. You finna go
Okay, so
pick tennis.
how did
You go put your J's on and go play tennis. You go put your A1s on and go play tennis. No, but you go
nope,
put them on and
nope,
go in
you
that
got me.
gym and hit that court.
Yep,
They
I
gym
feel you.
shoes.
Okay, so how did you get from Chicago, Chi-Town to Omaha? What was that?
Um. Well, actually, so you don't even know that story. All the years we've known each other, you don't even know that story.
I
So I
know.
lived in Florida for 12 years, and I left Florida and went to California to go to a family reunion. But when I left Florida, I had no intentions of going back. So I kind of did the nomad thing for 6 months to go and hang out with family and just go see some things that I hadn't seen before, experience California in a way that I've never experienced it, and as well as Vegas. So
Mm.
I ended up in Nevada and Vegas, which was planned because my brother lives there. Went to Reno, and yeah, I just kind of saw it all, and had to come here and help out with my nephews.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like even the idea, like when I talk to some people, how the idea of like getting outside of where they're born. You know, I can remember growing up where we live in Omaha. There's a street called 52nd. So we didn't actually go anything east, I mean, west of 52nd. Like we stayed and everything east at that time, growing up in the 80s, everything east of 52nd was like um, all black folks for the most part. And then all the white folks were, you know what I'm saying, like out there. And so
Yeah.
let alone, I'm getting blurry here. There we go. Let alone traveling outside the country, spending time in different places. What do you feel like as you've been different places has been like has how has your traveling and experiences kind of really shaped you as a person? What's the
Man,
advantage? What's the advantage?
it is a huge advantage. So, first of all, as a kid, my dad has always instilled on me there's more to the world than a 4 block radius of your house. And, most black folks don't go past that. Like you said, you didn't go past west of 52nd Street. You know,
Right.
when I lived in Chicago, I was all over the city by myself as a youngster. So I've experienced things. I was able to honestly say that I've lived. I've been out of the country. Been out of the country at a very young age. So seeing different cultures, seeing how black people live in different parts of the country and in different parts of the world. You know,
Hmm.
um, we think that things are isolated to where you're from,
Yeah.
but in all actuality, black people are alike all over the place. We have a lot of similar. There's a lot of things that we do different, but we have a lot of similarities. So when people say the culture, it's not just the Omaha culture. You know, the North Omaha culture is our culture. Black folks can interact with each other no matter where you go. And then you interact with other races. I didn't just grow up around black people.
Yeah.
I went to school with Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Africans, white folks, you know, black folks.
Right.
So I was able to interact with different cultures. My mom made a point of that. Um, she's like, if you can't go somewhere, you can pick up a book and read about it.
Mm.
So I was
So
I,
when
I
you
was blessed in that aspect.
so what countries have you been to?
Uh, we don't have time for that one right now.
Give me like three.
um, Italy, Canada, and Mexico.
Italy, Canada, Mexico. Okay. So so here we are. You've kind of traveled the country, you've been around the world, you've landed in the middle of the world, which is Omaha, or at least the
And keep in
middle of
mind, I'm from the
America.
middle of the world too. I'm a Midwest girl at heart.
Yeah, 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 exactly. So we what 45 minutes in the airplane from the shop, something like that, about an hour,
45.
45. So you get here in Omaha, um, people are watching and they're seeing come across the screen Ladybug Butters. Tell us a little bit, not a little bit, but free to, free not to, like why, what is it, why is it, and what problem are you solving?
Okay, so what is it? Ladybug Butters is a skincare company. I make body butters from scratch out of shea, mango, butter, cacao butter. I also make homemade soap from scratch. So I make cold processed soap, which means I take the lye, the depending on what I'm making, it could either be shea butter or it could be lard. Back in the day, that's what grandmama was making soap with. Great grandmama was making soap with lard. So,
Right.
it just really depends on what I'm trying to do, what target I'm trying to reach, and
But
that's what I
why?
do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so why this specific space for you? Like what was it that like really inspired it?
The why. I started making my butters actually for my hair. I wear my hair natural. I don't have any chemicals in my hair, and I started my butters for my hair. And my daughter kept telling me, "You need to make some for my skin," because she has really complicated skin. So I was making a batch for my hair, and then I'm making a batch for my daughter's body. And I would give it away to people. I've been making it for well over a decade. Well, actually
Mm,
more than that because I've been here for a decade. So I've been making it, and I would give it away to people just because that's who I am. And I don't know, something just clicked here in Omaha where I wanted to get my butter, and this is the how. I wanted to get my butter because somebody told me about a sharing circle. So
mm-hmm.
she's like, they give money to black women that are trying to start their business. So you really need to go over there. You need to do a pitch. And this was before I found out about Pitch Black. So she told me this. Wow. I don't know, dude. When was Marissa around? So it had to have been at least 8 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years ago. Marissa told me about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I never, I never went with it. I never did anything with it. Ironically enough, the person that started that sharing circle was at a rally that I went to. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, oh, that's you. Okay. So having a conversation with her, I was like, I want you to try my butter. I want you to tell me what you think of it. I want you to tell me the truth. I don't want you to maliciously hurt my feelings, but I want you to tell me the truth, even
Right.
if it hurts my feelings.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I gave this person the butter on a Thursday night, dropped it off at her establishment on a Thursday night. I woke up on Monday with a text message from her saying, I need 48 more.
Wow. Okay, so
Ladybug
that's
butter was
interesting.
born.
And so that it was born like that. Okay, so for people listening or people watching, um, we hear that I need 48 more, but talk to me about making it for X amount of years to I need 48 more in that time frame. What was give us the skinny on like pull back the curtain and talk to us about the real raw journey of Ladybug Butters from I've been doing this for 10 years. You've kind of been handing it out. You come across this lady and a day or so later, she's like, I need 48 units. Tell us about the in between because that's what I'm interested in. The 48 is great, but I think people watching are interested in the in between because that's where a lot of us entrepreneurs are. We're in between starting and success, and in the middle is a
I
lot of
guess it was just more of life was going on. I really wasn't thinking about it. It wasn't my focus. I'm sure I was doubting myself. I mean,
mm,
who doesn't do that? Um, but as far as like what kept me from doing it, I really don't have an answer for that. It was so long ago. I was busy with a bunch of kids, nieces, nephews, kids from church, keep an eye on Judah, stuff like that.
Right. Right.
Um, and I really wasn't thinking about starting a business. I really wasn't. I'll be
Mm.
honest with you. I wasn't even thinking about starting a business. Although the young lady that told me I should, it just wasn't in my head. It really wasn't.
Why do
And
you
then
think
all of a
that
sudden, I'm sorry.
why do you think that when you say it just wasn't in my head? Why do you why do you
I don't
say
have an
that?
answer for that. I really, really don't have an answer for that. It just
Cuz
wasn't. Like
what
I
were you
never
doing at the
really,
time? What were
huh?
you doing in life? Like, what were you doing in life as a job? Like, what's your work history? Because I think people need to hear that. Because sometimes we
Uh,
could be, you know what I mean, in a situation where we're working and we aren't thinking about entrepreneurship. Like, help us walk through us. What were you doing at the time?
I was literally taking care of my nieces and nephews.
Wow.
That's what I was doing. I was taking care of my nieces and nephews. And if they came up with a skin issue, then I will make it for them to remedy that.
Mm,
The old grandma home remedy of something.
right. Right.
And that little light bulb
Mm-hmm.
literally did not click until I met this person with a sharing circle. And I remembered that my friend was like, "You need to get your stuff in her hand." And
Mm,
I never, I, it had to have been about 8 years. I don't know. I could be wrong on the number, but it was several years between her initially telling me about this organization, and it's a black organization. It's for us by us,
right.
and from her initially telling me about it to me actually meeting the co-founder, I had never met the lady. I had never met the lady. And when I saw her at this rally, I was just like, I was literally taken aback. Like, that's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I just made some at the house. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shoot my shot. And that's what I
Yeah.
did. It was me shooting my shot. And when I shooted my shot, it was received. It
Now
was
let me ask
literally
you this.
received.
Let me ask you this. When you were shooting your shot, Um, were did you have a like a were you legally set up as a business
Nope,
yet? I love
nope,
that. Here's my second question. Were you talking about like I got to get a were you like looking for a loan or anything at that time?
nope.
So you genuinely was in your kitchen making duffel bags, getting busy and giving it away, and then if the light bulb goes off, you follow the wisdom of somebody who said you need to get in front of these people. You put it in her hands. 24 hours later, she orders 48 units.
She
So
ordered.
so yeah, so like we're gonna go to a commercial and come back, but I want you to take what you just told me and give me maybe some entrepreneurial life lessons that you've learned from that. Because I like and the reason why is because Connie, I talked to so many people. They say I need a bit like you didn't have a I don't maybe I'm wrong, but you didn't have a business plan when you gave that woman the soap.
I
You
didn't have
hadn't
a
put in
business plan. I didn't have a business account. I had to have her put that check in my name.
right.
I didn't have any. I didn't even know what a business plan was. Not
Yeah.
alone have one. I didn't even know what it was. And I'm be honest with you. I didn't.
But what you did is your daughter was having skin problems. You all natural. We know what chemicals do to our hair, not only to our hair, but what it does to our skin. And then ultimately, if you're putting it in your hair, what it could actually do to your brain. Um, but you like you found a space to like that's and I don't think I really heard that part. Like you put it in somebody's hands. but I think we skip that when we talking about early stage entrepreneurs, people who they just they may, it's not like it's not even on their radar, you know. But I
To put
love
it in
that
somebody's
part.
hand.
Well, the first thing is it wasn't on your radar that you could start a business, which that's interesting because America has industrialized us to the point that we've moved from entrepreneur to employee. So we don't have the entrepreneur mindset, we got the employee mindset. But what I love about you is that you didn't look at what you didn't have, like you just was literally using your residence, taking what was already
Dude, I
working for
was
you.
using a hand mixer. Like for real. What mama used to make with the cake, beat the cake with,
Yeah,
that's what I was using to whip my butters. Like for real. In a
crazy.
bowl. And just I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I was using a hand mixer. And truth be told, I burnt a couple of them out. Burnt a couple of them out. Now, today, I have
Right.
three three KitchenAid mixers that I use.
Man, that's super dope. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I want to go to a quick commercial and I want to come back and I just want you to talk about maybe some entrepreneurial like principles or life lessons that you've learned that you that maybe you would have shared with Connie 10 years ago.
Woo! Okay.
Because I think that'd be helpful for our audience. So we're gonna go away. I'm gonna play a commercial, and then we'll be right back. So I can't tell you the countless people that I've talked to who want to start a business or they have a business and they're stuck. They don't know what to do and they're discouraged. And here's what I believe. I believe urban entrepreneurs need urban entrepreneurs. That's why the Urban Entrepreneur Spotlight is here and will be here every single week to raise awareness to urban entrepreneurs, to elevate the products, the services that they're bringing, and then to encourage you to keep going or to encourage you to start. So here's where you come in. I want you to make an investment in the Urban Entrepreneur Spotlight. Click the link in the chat. Whatever amount helps us take our message further and faster so that people from our section aren't just eating a good fish sandwich, going to Fish University, but actually owning a pond so that they can change their legacy. Now back to the broadcast. Hey, listen. If you're watching, up at the top left corner of this broadcast is an opportunity to not just show your support, but it's really to make an investment. I am doing all that I can to hunt down people like us who understand entrepreneurship, not in the boardroom somewhere in some big corporation, but at the back in the kitchen with a mixer, probably a wooden spoon, cooking something up so that she can get it into the hands of a lady who 24 hours later says, I need 48 units of what you got popping. So Connie, talk
What's
to
up?
us a little bit about the entrepreneurial like lessons you learned as an entrepreneur. What would you tell Connie 10 years ago that Connie should know today?
What I would tell Connie 10 years ago that Connie should know to get to where she is today, do it. Shoot your shot. Because at the end of the day, they can't fire you. They can't make you stop. And the only thing they can do is tell you no. Um, One thing that my cousin who owns his own business told me, he's like, I want this for you. I want you to succeed. But even if you don't, at least you tried. Because you'll never know unless you try.
Mm,
And am I where I want to be financially? Absolutely not.
right.
Absolutely not. Is Bill Gates where he want to be financially? At all the billions he has, I'm sure he wants more. So, you know, I know I know what my vision is. I know where I want to be. I know where I want to see Ladybug Butters. And I'm working to get to that place. However, I'm enjoying the ride along the way and I'm learning along the way. Don't think that you can't learn from people. You know, uh, learn who your competitors are. You taught me that one. Learn who your competitors are. Chop it up with them. And don't necessarily look at them as a competitor because I do a lot of vending events. So there are a lot of black women in Omaha that do what I do. I don't consider them competition because what they do is what they do. And what I do is
Mm,
what I do. Although we have the same type of product, we don't have the
right.
same product because she's not bringing what I'm bringing. She's not bringing the exact same product like me. Even though, yes, we both make whipped butter, but her whipped butter is going to be different than mine. And who's to say what the customer is going to want? She has customers that like her stuff and are loyal to her, and that's fine because those are her customers. But I
Mm,
have customers that love my stuff and are loyal to me because they are my customers.
yeah.
I had a customer come to my house today. He got some body butter from someone else. Someone else had bought some of my body butter. She shared it with him. He ordered it on Facebook. I didn't have what he wanted, so I had to refund him his money. He had been going to someplace else to get his stuff. And I'm sorry, backtrack. I gifted him because I felt so bad when I found out that I did have that fragrance he had already ordered from someone else. So I just gifted it to him because I felt bad. He loved it, but he went someplace else and was buying stuff. And he remembered that he had me on Facebook and he reached out today because he was not happy. He wasn't happy with what he was getting. So he
Mm,
literally went through all of his contacts on Facebook until he saw my face. Well, saw my page. I don't have my picture on there. And he reached out. He was like, "Hey, this is what I've been dealing with. What do you have?" Okay, well, look, I only have my luxury butter right now. I don't have the one that you're accustomed to. He's like, "Okay, how much is it?" It's $40.
mm. Right.
What size is it? It's 8 ounces. Can I come pick it up? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You,
So he
yeah.
tried something of mine that was completely different than what he purchased today. But he purchased it because he was happy with what he tried previously.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You know,
you have to make a reputation for yourself. You have to let people
wow.
know that what you're producing and what you're offering is genuine and it's consistent. Consistency is the key. You have to be consistent with it because if it's always changing up, they're not going to stick by you.
Man, you just gave a whole master class on entrepreneurship. You said shoot your shot.
Shoot your
That
shot.
has to do with choice. If you're watching today and if you're watching from the sideline, you working a 9 to 5, that's cool. Your 9 to 5 is your schooling, actually. They're paying you to go to school. But at some point, if you don't shoot your shot, then you're gonna end up like them cats in the penitentiary. When I was in a joint, Connie, they'd say, young blood, this is back in my early 20s. I'm in the penitentiary. They're like, young blood, man, when I was your age, man, I could have went to the league.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Man, coulda. I listen. I didn't know what coulda, woulda, shoulda was until I went to the penitentiary. And so, what I want our viewers to know, if you're sitting on the sidelines, your next action move today is to shoot your shot. You don't have
Shoot
to
your
have
shot.
everything. You don't have to. You just need to know what problem are you solving. You just need to know, and listen. Based on what I heard Connie say, don't go dumping thousand, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8,000, if you have that, into a business model that you have not yet proven.
Please don't. Cause look,
Put
look, 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 look,
Go
look, look,
ahead.
look, look, look. I'm gonna put this
Tell us
out
why.
there.
Yeah.
If you got $4,000 or $5,000 that you want to dump in the business and you don't have your business together, dump it in mine.
Hey,
Dump it
no,
in
no, no.
mine.
You bring up a good point. Starting a business, buying a business, partnering in a business, aligning with a business, you have to decide what your entrepreneurial journey is. Um, because I've dabbled in a few of those, like just kind of different, different frameworks. The other thing, Connie, I heard you say is you got to keep trying,
Yeah,
and
you can't
and
give
and
up.
this it's like it's this is where entrepreneurs are crazy because we're the only people I know that will quit their 40-hour week job to get an 80-hour week job.
Man, look, look. I went on a tour. I went on a Preston Love Civil Rights tour this summer. Last summer, I should say. And I'm on this coach bus. In front of me is the white guy. Beside me is the white guy. Behind me is the white guy. They didn't ask me what I do. They asked me, what is your why? Why do you do what you do?
Mm, mm, mm.
And I boldly, proudly, unapologetically said, because I didn't want to work for the white man anymore.
Okay, so I don't know if listen, everybody, support the show, support the damn show, support it. Here's why: because you are getting real. You ain't gonna get this in the classroom. Did you listen? Listen, y'all. It's not just about shooting your shot. It's not just about trying. It's not just about making money. Why? Why are you? I'm just getting excited over here, and I'm on a soapbox. It's a box of Dow soap that I grew up on with my grandmama and them. Why?
Okay, so you done left Dial alone now, right?
so
Because you
so
know Dial
so
ain't nothing but detergent, right?
I know. I don't use it no more. But listen, I use your
What you
soap
using
now.
now?
I use Ladybug butter soap and shaving cream. I ain't even playing, man. Like shaving Ladybug butter's on mine, cuz straight up. Um, but like Connie's point cannot. You got to take notes on this. You have to ask yourself, why do I want to go on the entrepreneurial journey? And if you're not satisfied with that answer, ask yourself 6 more times why until you cannot, until you can no longer answer the question. Then you found your why. She just said, I'm tired of work. I was tired of working for the white man. I'm tired. You know what my why was, Connie? It was a couple of years ago. I had always felt this why, and I had always done something about this why, but I didn't have the language for it. So I grew up going to the pantry lines. We get them big, um, like blocks of cheese. You remember that? If you watching and y'all remember that, put in the chat. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. Hey, and if you're catching this later, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just say, hey, Marvin, I remember that. But then also what I remember is the evaporated milk. I also remember Captain Vitamin and Juicy Juice. And so I'm bringing that up because a couple years ago, I heard somebody use this line: give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a woman how to fish, feed her for a life. And like you said, Connie, like that light bulb, I said, wow, they done left out the best part. No, you actually have to have somebody help somebody own the pond, their own pond, so that they're not just feeding themselves for a lifetime, but that they're actually leaving a legacy. So I get upset that black and brown people all over the world are standing in somebody's pantry line, lowering their dignity. And I'm not saying there's not crisis and we don't need help. We all do. We all been there. Thank God for the pantry lines. I'm not dissing them. I'm not hating on them. I done stood in
Oh, I
them. I'm
feel you on
thankful.
that. I feel you.
Thank God for the educational systems that give helps us get credited and different type of jobs and degrees and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's about ownership. And
Yeah.
until our people in America and abroad have equal opportunity to be economically empowered to own their own ponds, I'm going to my grave with it.
That part.
That's I'm going to my grave with it. The other part is like my family. Like I really, it's my family, it's my community. Like I just want to be able to leave something that I wasn't afforded to. You feel me? So, Connie, man, you done said a lot. You shoot your shot. Keep trying. Know your why. Vision. Talk to us about vision. Give us like a 30 seconds on like the power of vision and how you've used it thus far in your entrepreneurial journey.
So my vision is to eventually have Ladybug butter known nationwide. Like that's what I want. But my morals are so strong. My love for this skin is it runs deep. So a lot of black people start businesses and they come out with these products and we love the products and they run this business for a couple of years and then they get that dollar sign slinging in front of their face and they sell a business to L'Oreal and they sell a business to Procter and
Mm.
Gamble and stuff like that. No white. I'm and now I'm not knocking white people. I got some real good white people in my life. But at the end of the day, this is a black female owned business and it will stay a black business. Now, L'Oreal come over and throw billions of dollars in my face. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. Because L'Oreal is not going to come and put no money in the community. L'Oreal is not shopping at a pop up from at Melanated Market where it's all black and brown entrepreneurs trying to shoot their shot. They're not doing that. So I refuse to sell to white folks. I refuse because white folks aren't going to do black people the way that I'm going to do black people. So
You know,
have a
you know what's
vision,
it's
develop
good.
your morals, and stick with it. There's
Mm.
room to change. My business has changed. I came in, I was making body butters, uh, soaps, bath bombs, making this, making that, thinking that I had to make it all. No, I don't have to make it all. I make body
Mm.
butter, I make soap, and I make shower steamers. That is it.
Okay,
That is
okay,
all.
so she just said a whole lot there. Listen, y'all, I'm about to charge off for this. I'm taking this down after this. If you want this, you're gonna have to pay me and her 50-50. All right, I'm just playing. But listen, the only reason why, correct me if I'm wrong, Connie was able to get to a place to say, hey, Ladybug Butters, we do A, B, and C. We offer these three items as products in my company at this point is because number one, she said it, she's been consistent. It's been years. She's had to have proof of concept. I'm sure there were times where she launched a product. It didn't. I remember a couple of products. I know she was making it. She's no longer making. Um, and that's all of us like products and services. So if you're just starting, like, don't get discouraged if you come up with something and it evolves into something else, or you stop doing something, or maybe you started a business and it didn't go to hell. Start again.
Start again.
Do
Start
it
again.
again. Connie, you know how many businesses I done failed at?
Okay, but those failures have taught you what?
Lessons.
That part. And those lessons do what? Help you succeed.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, that's so good. Keep
when
going.
we
Go
were
ahead.
born, we weren't born knowing how to read. We weren't born knowing how to speak,
Mm.
but we can talk and we can read and we can spell and we can say big words like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Sure. Right.
But when we were born, we couldn't do that. So we've learned along the way. So even if you fail, it's not a failure. It's
Yeah.
it's a lesson for the next level.
Mm.
That's what it is. It's a
Oh.
lesson for the next level. I
Failure
know how to
is a
make.
lesson. Failure is a lesson for the next level.
I'm gonna charge you when you start using it. Okay? I want to see it on your page.
I'm gonna quote you. Okay. All right. This conversation, Connie, believe it or not, just went almost 50 minutes. I have two more questions for you, and then I'm gonna bring you back in a couple months. Um, I'm a big like Marvel DC guy. I like both of them.
Say it again.
Marvel
Oh, Marvel and
superheroes,
DC.
DC
Ooh,
comic. Yeah, yeah.
ooh! Don't let what's his name? Martinez.
Jake.
Yeah, don't let him
Yeah,
go
he
there.
DC. He DC for life.
DC
And I
for life.
yeah, he DC for life. And I just got through watching Batman versus Superman, and then I watched Justice League. And the thing that really ultimately took Superman out was his kryptonite. What entrepreneurial kryptonite could be responsible for taking an entrepreneur out that you've seen, learned from?
Um, giving discounts, giving deals, cause folks don't want to pay.
Speak on
Folks
that
don't
real
want to
quick.
pay. So
Okay.
now I give free stuff. That chump that I'm talking to on the other side of this camera that's running this live feed got
Yeah, I don't
about
know who
three
that
and
is.
$400 worth of soap out of me for free.
I
So
actually do.
so I give free stuff, but you got to know when, where, and who to give it to.
Mm,
Because like the TikTok, the Reel, and Instagram and Facebook has said, the price is the price. I went to a event where I was selling, and it was a lady. She tried my butters. She really liked it. She asked how much was. I told her $30. She was and she kept rubbing it in her skin. It feels really nice. My skin is real dry. Oh, but $30. I work at fast food. I don't make that much money. I'm sorry. It's $30. She thought I was gonna come down on that price. She
mm.
walked out that door buying my body butter for $30. People gonna pay for what they want to pay for. If the product is worth your price, leave it at that price.
That's
Don't
so
give
good.
discounts to folks just because y'all grew up together. Because she didn't go to Coach asking for a discount for that purse.
Mm. Okay, two
She
more
didn't.
questions.
They
Two
didn't
more
go to
questions.
Foot Locker, huh?
Two more questions because that's absolutely true. I'll go a little deeper. So that's kind of entrepreneurial kryptonite, like lowering your deal, discounting your products, lowering your value. Um, and please don't dismiss what she did not say. She had to understand what price point worked for her in her context and her niche. So she's been on the journey for that. But as she set that, and that's kind of been the bar for her company, then she's unapologetically saying, hey, this is the value that I'm adding to you. This is the problem that you're having. And this is how much it costs to solve your problem. Talk to me about, in 30 seconds, maybe one of the greatest entrepreneurial pains of your life, but has been the gain in your life on this side of your pain.
The biggest pain of my life that has been the gain of my life limiting the products that I make, understanding that I don't have to make it all,
Mm.
but what I do make it with passion, put some love in it, and make it with pride. Make it with pride. There's
Wow.
gonna be some ups, there's gonna be some downs. I started out making soap using what's called melt and pour base, which means I go and I buy this big old base of soap. It's already a big old 5 pound glob of soap. I cut it up, add color into it, add fragrance to it, pour it in a mold, let it sit, get hard, and sell it. That's what I started out doing. But I
Mm.
always wanted to make soap from scratch.
Wow.
Always wanted to make soap from scratch. But I was scared, scared to
Wow.
use the lye. Now it just so happens that today, my light went out, sorry. It just so happens that today I got a new mold in. I don't know how good you can see this, but this is the mold that I used to use to make my soap.
Mm.
All right. So this holds 2 pounds. This purple liner holds 2 pounds of oils to make soap. So that means you get a 2 pound loaf. I knew I was ready for something different,
Mm.
something bigger. So I went and ordered this.
Wow.
This right here makes 5 pounds. So instead of getting 10 bars on this one, I get 30 bars with this.
I love that. I love that. Don't miss the lesson in this. Man, this stuff takes time. I know that our biggest the comparison trap happens when we start looking at other people's lanes, where they are, where we're not, where we should be, where we shouldn't be. And at the end of the day, like this is a perfect place to end today or end tonight by saying, hey, small is the new great and going big takes time.
It
And
takes it's not
yeah,
gonna happen overnight.
it takes
It's
time.
not. You're not gonna walk through the door and automatically succeed. Um, I still mess up. I still have bad batches, you know, but I've learned from that. That's why I say every failure is a lesson. So when I have a bad batch of soap, does it mean that the soap isn't safe to be used? No. It just means that aesthetically it doesn't meet my standards.
Mm.
So what I do with that bad batch is I either donate it to uh, North because North High has a pantry for kids
Mm-hmm.
who, are not able to get what they need from home. So I give it to them. And what I don't give to them, I get a minor. And he takes it willingly.
Hey, hey,
Willingly.
hey, if the apocalypse pop off, one thing gonna happen. I'm gonna be so fresh and so clean. Um,
Right?
I'll be so clean. They gonna
So
be
fresh
like,
and so clean,
he can't,
clean.
he can't eat, but he clean. Um, hey, Connie, this was dope. If someone wants to if you want to contact Connie, please go to Facebook, Ladybug Butters. Her information is in this caption. Any last words of advice in the last 10 seconds that you have not laid out on the table that you absolutely have to get out before we get off this broadcast?
Words of advice. Try. Try. If it's in your head, it's only that a dream in your head. It's not a reality until you try. You got to try.
Mm. Y'all heard it from OG, Ladybug Butters Connie. Holla at her, Black Connie on Facebook, Ladybug Butters on Facebook. Go get the head shaving cream. I'm about to shave mine again. I'm telling you, I rave on it.
It's not head shaving
It's
cream.
shaving cream.
It's shaving cream that you just happen to use to shave your head.
Correct me, correct
It's
me.
not exclusively
Hey,
for head.
hey, and you know why that's true? I used it on everything. I used it on my beard and everything like a couple days ago. So now I'm about to go make it pop, get it popping again. So y'all holler at Connie. Connie, I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you. and I'll have you back on the show here in a couple months.
All right. I'll
All
talk to
right,
you later, my brother.
peace.